It's Madden NFL 22, and the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Ravens and the Raiders on Thursday night.
NFL football has come to Southern Nevada as we are in the menacing new Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. Tonight we're on to week 2 in the NFL season as we've got a good one here between the Baltimore Ravens and the Las Vegas Raiders. And the opening kickoff will not be returned as that will be a touchback. Throwing on first down is Carr. And his first look is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. To throw again on second down. Carr. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10 at the 23-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner, and in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. This is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens are on the board first here in Vegas. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0.
Justin Tucker to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Derek Carr getting set and ready to go again on offense here. And he'll look to rebound from the early interception that led to 6 points the other way.
And when he threw the interception and he had to come to the sideline.
Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game. I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll run with Dobbins. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the 2nd score there. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson His third touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Tucker with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
A check on Jacobs from a week ago. 19 carries, 61 yards.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 34. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Uses the stiff arm. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Here's Jacobs. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 46 yards rushing for him now to this point. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. Carr defers to Jacobs on the draw, and he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Here's Jacobs. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the Ravens 4-yard line.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. The 2nd down play not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
It's now 3rd and goal.
They'll run it with Jacobs. He is marked down right about on top of that imaginary yellow line, but they say he's a bit short. The offense is going to stay out there. We'll see what the play call is. They need to find the right one here on 4th and goal. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Ravens come up big down at their own goal line. And that gets him a little room as he'll take this up over the 10-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
They go play action now. Jackson. That's complete to the fullback, Ricard. Charles, Thursday night game. I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that, because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. Now Jackson.
That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Pretty ideal right there. Keep it yourself, get the first down, and get the heck out of bounds.
And knowing him, I believe he's thinking, I can get a few more yards if I just lower my shoulder. But he also hears that second voice in his head. His head coach, or probably his agent too, saying, get out of bounds, man. Don't do that.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. Lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Gus Edwards, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Ravens go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 21-0.
Justin Tucker to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Time again to see Josh Jacobs and this Vegas offense operate. He's doing his thing. He's got some good yardage, but his team right now in the second quarter, 0 points.
Just not a complete formula. Half of it's there, being able to run the ball and set the tone. What if they may have to go to some play action, throw off the run game, and try and get the ball in the end zone?
I was just going to ask you that same thing. Maybe use that run now to set up the pass, right?
I would think so, because the run has been very effective for them.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And this time not as successful, as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. Man open, that's Juwan Winfrey. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big play there for the Raiders.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Got a man open, it's Darren Waller. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Oh, now Miller slow in getting up. He's still down on the ground. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. Jacobs. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Carr. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. A great effort there. There to make the grab. And the Raiders get a score closer. Extra point good by Prater. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it ends with a Las Vegas touchdown. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. On the return, Devin Duvernay. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Losers in the season opener on Sunday. They get that quick turnaround 96 hours later. Here we go. They're back.
Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And he's going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. On second down, it's Jacobs. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there. I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Second down and goal. Carr
Completes this out left to Ruggs.
Touchdown Raiders.
Henry Ruggs.
From 8 yards out. And the Raiders are back within a score. Prater for the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. 5 plays there on that drive. And it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders.
On the return is Duvernay. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field.
And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and have a look back at our first half, as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw is on target to Duvernay.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
They set up the screen for Dobbins.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
Good call there on first down. And, Brandon, I'm getting better over the years and not screaming out, screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. To throw again is Jackson. And in for the Ravens touchdown.
Devin Duvernay.
A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens will extend their lead.
So after the disappointment in the opening week loss, Charles, this looks like really a completely different football team.
They sure do, and I think they realize we can't start 0-2, and they're determined to not let it happen by the looks of things here in the early going.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told, and it's capped off by the Baltimore score. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And now Derek Carr, he is the focus. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. On first down, Carr. Got an open man. It's Ruggs. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Here we go, D. Here I come again.
Shotgun now for Carr. And that will be incomplete with the clock down now to 13 seconds.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick-6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. From midfield, here's Carr. Throw left side complete. That's Garner. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. 2nd and 8 coming up. The final shot here before half for Carr. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 3rd down.
And as a quarterback, you're always pleased when you can use all the weapons at your disposal. Here he spots his fullback underneath, gets the completion right there for a nice pickup.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Adafe Owe. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Throwing now is Carr.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now Carr. And that is incomplete.
Two things you can do in that situation: run and punt the football, or try and take your shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. So here are the Ravens to take over on offense. They're on top here as they've got the football 1st and 10, trying to erase the memory of the loss last week to the Pittsburgh Steelers. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
2nd down at 6 now from the 42.
From the gun, Jackson.
And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted.
Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Prater on to add the extra point. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled it to 20.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late.
60 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the 2nd round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football? Be able to get him in the 2nd round.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins.
They'll get 3 up to midfield.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
They'll go again with Dobbins.
And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far. And you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
Jackson's throw taken in by Watkins here.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Jackson going to find his running back here. It's Dobbins.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick 6 just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
He will push his way down to about the 14. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Another run here with Dobbins. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And it's caught. Touchdown. Mark Andrews, his 2nd touchdown on the season as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. So that drive, 12 plays in length, and it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Meanwhile, Carr's throw pulled in by Renfro. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. 4th quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the first one for the 2nd one to even matter.
And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Carr. Looking again for Waller, and he's got him again. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Alex Leatherwood, the Alabama man, called for the penalty there. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Again, it's Carr. He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Carr completes it. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. Jacobs. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. So they need 6 yards here on 3rd down. They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down tries so far on this drive. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
On first down, it's Jacobs. And he's brought down. 82 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now they'll throw with Carr. And that is caught. It's Ruggs. Touchdown, Vegas. Henry Ruggs. 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Raiders have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point good by Prater. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Taken at the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on him.
Yeah, and you have to think.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Carr. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the 1st down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Now Carr, got to have this one. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Ravens are going to get the football back. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And some space here. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Right back to Dobbins on 1st. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Your trip is here, baby. Your trip is here.
Jackson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside. They'll run on first down. Dobbins, and he'll work this forward for about 3 and second down. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle in the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time, ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory, and they were really helped by their defense forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one